Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. Thank you for joining me today. So today is going to be a really quick video. So it's all the progress I've made on the Pan That palette, which is the Too Faced chocolate bar for the second year in a row. I'm just panning a few shades in that. And then I'm panning some singles from my Makeup Geek eyeshadow palette, which reminds me I'm going to have to get my notebook to tell you how many times I've used those shades. So we'll go through the Too Faced chocolate bar first. I don't note those shades down, but it's mainly the white chocolate shade I use a lot. I use that almost daily. So it's just that one. We all know what she looks like. And this is mine. So that's mine. I really only use white chocolate, and I think that one is salted caramel. So we've hit quite a bit more pan on salted caramel since I showed you last. I don't know when the last update was. I'd need to go and check that, but it was a few months ago. I'm nearly done with this. Now these Too Faced pressed eyeshadows are really pressed into the pan, so it does take ages for you to use them up. I'm really impressed with just this and this. I'd like to use this a little bit more, so I might try using that more. And all the others are drying up. I can see that they're drying up in the pan. This one isn't, so I do use that sometimes for in the corner. But everything else, yeah, they just look super dry. Almost no pigments coming off them now. So probably once I've used this one and this one, it'll probably just be getting decluttered into the bin, unfortunately. So that's that. And then I've been using this little palette here, and this has all my Makeup Geek eyeshadows in it, or the majority of them. These are the ones I'm focusing on, so that looks like that. So I've hit a little bit more pan on. So on Peach Smoothie I've hit a little bit more pan on. And then the others have just got more of a dip in, I would say. So let's go through the amount of times I used everything. So it's just in my little notepad here, Don't Quit Your Daydream. And I would say this is about 2 months of usage. I wasn't actually using them that much when I was shopping my stash. I was just mainly focusing on the shop my stash, and then once every while I would use my project pan items as well. But now what I've decided to do is do a week shop my stash, or 2 weeks shop my stash, and a week project pan items. So I just get use out of the project pan items that are in my collection for this year to be used up. So okay, Peach Smoothie, where's that? That doesn't seem to be here, but it's on my list. I wonder if I've got mixed up with this. Oh, sorry, it is this one. So this one has been used 9 times, which I don't think is too bad. Then we've got Cocoa Bear, which has been used 10 times, which is the deepest brown. I've got these eyeshadows on now, so I'll run through what I've used and how much I've used it, and then I'll tell you what shades I've got on. Then we've got Frappe, which is the one next to it in the palette, which is this one. This one's getting a little bit of a dip in it as well, which, to be honest guys, all I really want to do is use them more, because they were expensive eyeshadows when I bought them at the time, and they're going to dry up like the Too Faced palette has dried up. So Bitten was really dry. It's like a kind of a wine colour. If you go back to a previous video, I think I'll insert it, you'll be able to see what that one looked like. So it was like a wine colour, and it was really dry, so I decluttered that one. So that's no longer here. Creme Brulee, this one's got quite a healthy dip as well in the centre. Don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but if you can't, I will take pictures. Legend, I think that's this one. I think I've only used it once. No, that's Ritzy. Karma. Yeah, Legend. This is beautiful. It's a beautiful bronze. I used that once, so no real signs of me using it. Then we've got Steampunk, which I also used once. No, that's Showtime. I think I got rid of Steampunk as well. It doesn't say it on here, but I'm almost sure I got rid of Steampunk. Then we've got Cosmo. Why do these eyeshadows not seem to be in here? I know I switched some around. Let's have a look. Right, so I forgot about this palette. I did switch some around because that's only a 9 pan. And we've got this as well. So I did switch some in here. I think what I'm going to do, Naomi bought me a palette. I think I'm going to switch them in there, and then I know that they're both like project pan. So let me just until this project's over. So Naomi gifted me this lovely Flamingo palette. So it looks like that. So let's put some of these eyeshadows. Basically what I did is I switched them into this Pro Artist palette, but it has like blushes in there and I just completely forgot about it, and it's got a couple of Colourpop ones in as well. So I've got them, and I've also got these. I'm sure these are Makeup Geek eyeshadows as well. Yeah, Latte. Oh. And Beaches and Cream. We won't use this MAC one because I forgot about them. So what I'm going to do now, what I might do is try and put the mattes in one and the shimmers in another. So, right, Beaches and Cream. I've not used that. Then we will get, I think it's Creme Brulee, which is practically the same shade, only a little bit darker. Then we will get Cupcake. I don't know if this is going to work out, so I'm sure I've got more mattes than anything. Then we will get Creme Brulee, then Cocoa Bear, then Frappe, just so I know to use them together. Then we've got Latte. That's worked out pretty well. Right, so Legend, Showtime, Steampunk, and then I think I've got 2 of the Cosmopolitan ones. Yeah, I do. I don't need 2 of them, but I'll put them both in there. And then we've got a couple of free spaces there if I want to bring any more shimmers in, but I'm going to concentrate on it as is. So there are all the shimmers, and then these are all the mattes, so that's what it looks like now. Again, I've got a couple of spaces there as well, but I'm just going to concentrate as it is. So these are the 2 Project Pan singles I'm going to be concentrating on. I've got more variety, but it just means I'll probably be using some of the other shades a little bit less. Let's just put the darkest one at the bottom. Right, so that's how it looks. I was telling you what I'd used. I think I got to Steampunk. I used Steampunk once. I used Cosmo once. So this was obviously before I'd switched everything around. So Cosmo is that one. So I used that one once. I used Ritzy once, which is where? Oh, it's that one. Ritzy is that one. Showtime was used once. I think it's this middle one. Showtime was used once. Cupcake was used 3 times. So Cupcake is in the new palette now. So it's that lovely pink shade there. That was used 3 times. And Karma was used 5 times. So Karma was used 5 times, that one at the bottom there. I'll go through what I've done in the last couple of days because I've done something differently. I've not really used the shimmers apart from Karma. So a couple of days ago, what day are we on now? So it would have been Saturday. So on Saturday I used, right, so I used Cupcake. So I used that in the crease. And then I used, I think it was Frappe and Cocoa Bear. Yeah, I used Frappe and Cocoa Bear mixed together and put that in the outer V just to deepen it out. Then I went in with this beautiful single eyeshadow from Essence. It's the Essence Melted Chrome in Zinc About You. It's really, really beautiful. So I used that all over the lid, and then it didn't have enough sparkle, so what I decided to do was go in with the P. Louise pigment in the shade Twilight Twinkle. I got this in a Lucky Dip and I'm really, really liking it. I'd get more of these. They are so sparkly, guys. That was on Saturday. I missed doing makeup yesterday, and today I used, I pretty much kind of went down the same way. I used Frappe and Cocoa Bear. So I used Frappe and Cocoa Bear mixed into the crease. Also used Cocoa Bear just by itself on the outer V and on the lash line. And then I went in with some glitter glue and I chose this Stila Metallic Laurel. It's been in my Shop My Stash drawer now for a month, so I wanted to use it just to see if it's still okay to keep. It is quite wet, the formula is quite wet, but it looks absolutely beautiful. I'll turn the light down so you can see the overall look. And then the lipstick I've got on is Kylie Cosmetics Ginger, and I've really been digging the lipstick. I didn't like it last year when I pulled it out, but I feel like I was using it with the wrong looks, or I'm just getting used to it a little bit more. So yeah, let's turn the light down. Right, so this is the overall look, guys. I really like it. I'm determined to try and hit pan on at least one other eyeshadow in here. This one I'd already hit pan, I'm just expanding it. I feel like if I'm going to hit pan anywhere, it's going to be on Cupcake. Because there's a really big dent there. Like I said, I'll insert photos so you can see it. On the shimmers, there's no real dents anywhere on the shimmers. So on the shimmers I'll probably not hit pan anywhere, but this project is going to run till January, and then we're going to switch things up. Maybe I'll keep some of the singles in, I don't know. I'll probably be fed up of them by then. I'm going to continue this project until January, and then I think I'll have only done it like 6 or 7 months. I'm not even sure when I decided to do this project, but I've certainly not been doing it a year. I think it's about 6 months. I'll have a look when I started the project and hopefully be able to put that in the video for you guys as well. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you're panning. Are you panning any singles? I'd love to know your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.